Hello, good day to everyone. Today I want to bring you a video here on a move on BSLR. Over the last day or so, you probably noticed a 4,114, something like that, a move, over 4,000% move, let's just say, on SPI yesterday. Today, I thought, well, the market is gonna ramp up today, and we'll probably see a lot of follow through. At the same token, I was thinking maybe it's not gonna be as busy as today. That was what I was thinking yesterday. But when we came into the pre-market hours today, we saw PEC started to pick up, and was like what? It was like 200% up today. OMI, SUNW, and MOS, and a couple of other names here there that started to move in a very nice way in the pre-market hours. After the bell, everything started to fade. There were a couple of things that I wanted to trade, but again, the formations were kind of iffy, and I felt like I didn't feel so happy about the type of formations that I saw printing in front of my eyes. But again, today I want to go over the formation and the patterns that we saw on BSLR. A few of them that I was able to take advantage of, some others that very unfortunately I was not able to because I missed it. So here's the thing, using a daily level BSLR, you can notice here that we had a prior day low, this candle, topping candle on the daily, $33.85, going to a prior support on the 32.77 that broke right out of the gates today in the first 2 minutes when we tapped below 32.58. right? We have $32.77. So it broke the first candle, pushed down, ramped up, and then retested the VWAP and rejected right from the spot. If you look at the formation here, the first rejection on a 1 minute time frame here, we can see 32.57, 58, and 60 coming all the way to the VWAP 32.94. We got a high of 32.93, rejection from that spot. You can see right here 32.88, and we got a high at $32.83 coming down with lower highs, all the way going to the follow through move. Again, the first low of this candle, I'm gonna put the trend line here so you can see that 32.77, the first 1 minute candle broke under it and started to have some follow through. Now we had a follow through move all the way down to $31 here for the low of the prior candle, or the next support level on the daily after what we have here, right? First one broke, came down, flush under. Same thing happened on SPWR. The move wasn't as clean as this one on SPWR, to be honest, but I want to show you how there's a couple of things to look at and use on daily levels to get entries and exits whenever you're thinking that there's an opportunity, using a recognizable pattern and an actionable thing, an actionable pattern that you could use for an entry, not some random entry all over the place in a very sloppy way. But if you look at right here, for example, 32.77, we get a high here. We printed a shooting star formation, the one that closed, right? Closed at 32.73, under the high of 32.77 prior support, becoming that resistance. Okay, prior support 32.77 becoming the resistance, printing a shooting star formation of one, rejecting the VWAP, following through to the downside, and using a $31, okay, 31. Look at here how 31 was the spot where it closed. Yes, we had a little dip to 30.90, but we didn't close there. We had a little bounce and we closed right at 31. And the following candle opening at 31 and moving from their high of 31.37, 31.41. Again, we don't do things by the penny because those pennies, they're not absolute numbers. It's just an area close to a prior resistance or prior support to get a level of a wash or fade trade or a bounce play. Right here, 31 bucks, $30.80 and 30.78. Things to do, and it's wait to see how the price will interact with a prior level. Okay, I will go over this in a second, but you can see here how it started to interact with this prior low on the daily for that support 31 on the whole dollar. Started to hover around it, and when he held and reclaimed the level, breaking the prior high of the candle on this flush here, 31.34, because I like to wait for confirmation. I don't want to get in right there because the trend is still bearish. If you look at here, how the trend is still coming down, we're printing lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. Although we're having a little bit bounce, but those bounces get sold off, pushed down all over again. But the trend shifted here where we broke the $30, 31.34, and we shifted up trying to get back to the VWAP. Okay, we rejected the VWAP a little bit here. There was one thing I didn't like, and I didn't take this trade around here. I was thinking about taking a rejection trade of the VWAP for a follow-through move to the downside, but I was a little hesitant, to be honest, because I wanted to see how it interacted with the VWAP. I wanted to retest the VWAP, come down, find a base, retest, and follow through the downside. It didn't do it. Didn't do it. And you can see it right here. And I did not take a reversal trade here. And it's very unfortunate at the same time that I didn't either take a long trade either. So I didn't really take a long trade when it reclaimed the VWAP, and it moved from this VWAP point $31.87 all the way to the high here at 32.55. So we got an 80-cent move there. I didn't take the long trade. Very unfortunate. I missed that entry going sideways and got close to the prior level on the daily. Rejected, came down. I snapped it right around here. I noticed how it rejected this 100 simple moving average of 1. I was still not comfortable because the trend was still bullish, and I really thought we were going to go and have a retest of the $32.77. Again, today was a little slow. This is the only thing that I actually traded today. But I noticed how we were hovering around this VWAP spot, and on the 5-minute time frame, how it had a little tiny candle around this consolidation and top of the 50 and hovering around the VWAP. So I figured if we can break under this low here, $31.90, we might end up having a follow through, and I snapped it right there. We had a decent move. You can see it right here, clipped up at 31.31. My original idea and intent didn't really work as planned, and I was holding even through this bounce here, right? If you notice right here, I was holding with a spot to get out at 31.52, the high of this flush candle here, but it held here 31.50, 2 cents, started to come down. Look at the low here, 31.31. Prior support started to get heavy right there, and there was some demand coming in, and so it gave us a inverted hanging man, or I'm sorry, inverted hammer, I apologize, on a 5-minute time frame. So right there, I did not take the trade. I just got out. Okay, it got out because I started to see how this thing started to reclaim and find a base here around the $31.31, basing here near this prior low on this 1-minute time frame. So I didn't take that trade, went all the way back up and reclaimed the VWAP. I missed that one, and it was a pretty decent entry. Then this thing started to open up even more, and I missed this bull flag formation here around the VWAP. If you look at here, we got a low of 31.78, 31.74, very close. Again, we don't do things by the penny. By the penny, you can't get the exact number. Those numbers, they're not absolute. You will get support or resistance near those prior numbers. Okay, so I reclaimed the VWAP and a bull flag formation here, and I did miss that entry, honestly. If you look at the 5-minute time frame candles here of this consolidation, this 5 minutes right here, got on top of the VWAP break in the prior high of that 5-minute time frame candle, 31.95, getting on top of the 32, I'm sorry, getting on top of the $32 right here, racking up all the way to 32.72 again. I did not take the trade there. Now I started to notice this flag formation right on this consolidation. Started to base right here on another flag. I noticed here this consolidation took a little longer. This one was just 2 candles on that flag. First flag 2 candles, second flag 4 candles. The high of this one, $33.20, broke, and we got a ramp formation right here, ramped up all the way to 33.85, which is the prior high that we had today. Okay, that was another daily level that we had right here when we had that support, $33.85. It's prior low of this 5-minute daily candle. Sorry. So notice how it starts to consolidate under this formation, 33.85. Now notice that we had a little push on top of it, right, for 2 cents right here. Okay, but it rejected right away, and we closed at $33.84. So 1 cent, by 1 penny, we closed under the prior level on the daily right here. Started to notice that, and when he pushed over right here, I was like, oh man. But here's, notice what he did. There was a lot of people that were putting shorts, taking a little bit of a risk, and this first time around here, when he rejected that level and started to consolidate around here, shorts started to come in looking for a follow-through move in the first rejection here on this $33.85. Since he rejected it here the first time around, shorts just started to pile in around these candles, and they were putting a couple of, not everybody, but there was a lot of people putting a limit order, or let's put it this way, there were a lot of people putting a risk level to get out if the trade didn't work exactly over the high of the 33.85. So when this thing pushed up here and it went to 33.88, there was a couple of people that stepped out right there, but we got a slam. Somebody stepped in, slammed it right back under, and we had this. I was looking at $33.75, which is the low of this candles right here. Where is my candle? right here. I was looking at the 5-minute time frame right here, 33.75, red candle around the consolidation right here. This is the candle that gave us the low right there on the 1-minute time frame, 33.75. So when we broke under that level right here, still holding, if you notice, 33.76. We broke under that level, then I slapped it right there, coming down. Look at this nice rejection and how it came down under the low here. I was actually looking for the 33.11 retest, but this thing kept on going under. Now it didn't go with me though, because by the time it had a retest around here, I was thinking I was going to bounce before that. So I was putting orders to get out around 33.15. I was not waiting for the 33.11 for retest, because I actually, to be honest with you, I thought that it was going to fail, that it was going to retest and come right back up again. But it has some follow through. And so having that follow through move, come here, notice how it opens up, comes right back down to the prior daily, really close to it. Again, since down here, inverted hammer, comes right back up to the 33.85. And look at how it gets on top this time around. Okay, gets on top of this level. Now here we had a push down. We see this purple candle here that shows me that the level of volume came over the 20-day average volume, right? And it also gapped down, right? So we got a low here, 33.95, with a opening here at 33.94. So it didn't open at 95. We got a gapping down by 1 cent of the 1-minute time frame candle with volume over the average 20-day, and then just retest the 33.85, stays on top, starts to consolidate on around it. Look at the 5 minutes right here, then comes down, and right here we have a bell flag pattern formation, comes up, retest, and then comes right back down, slamming down again. But look at how those daily levels work for those consolidations and how it rejects every time it gets around it. Like the first time, it didn't go too far down, but from 33.85, we got a $33.43. We're talking about 40 some cents right there in that spot, which is not really bad. Comes up right back up again. And the reason why you see here this level, we can look a little bit to the left to look at a spot where it was a little bit congested. You see $33.43 right here. We can see at 33.48 cents. So very near to these levels where we had this little bit of congestion right here, we found that support. And again, look at how around here we get a little bit of congestion too, when it starts to get a little bit of a push up and people covering these positions. Bear flag pattern, push down again, comes up and rejects the 50 on the 1. It starts to come down. But look at how it comes up here, right? This area here on the 1, this area's here, starts to retest on the 5, comes down, hovers and reclaims and holds the 50 on the 5, then comes down again by the closing bell, slashing down. And the last push that he had a nice drop of 58 cents. Now I didn't trade all of this time, so gotta be completely honest with you. I took my trades again back here, and it came down. It didn't follow through all the way to the low of this candle, so I had to step out, not as having the greatest trade that I thought that I was going to have. The bull flag pattern right here, the first one I missed when he reclaimed the VWAP. Second one, I slap it. I had a decent push up here to the daily level, 33.85, and then we started to consolidate. As I told you guys here, I slapped it, under the $33.75, looking for the low of this candle right here, 33.11, selling at 33.15, because I thought that 33.11 was gonna fail. I sold a little soon because look, after that it gave us over almost 30 cents, going to the 32.87. But again, this type of market is better to be green than having to hold for a longer period of time and then not having the results that you wanted. Then inverted hammer right here, pushing to the higher of a day again, when you going right back up to the 33.85 daily level, and coming down when he started to reject all of these things. I wanted to send a trade when he was coming down here under the 50, when we had that push to the lower side here. Look at how we flush on that 1 minute time frame. But there was a little bit of an issue that I had with my DAS platform, and I got to send a trade. I had to I actually had to download the DAS again, reinstall, and go through the settings again to configure a couple of things, because my computer was actually freezing a little bit, and I decided that I was gonna restart it. So when I came back, it was around this consolidation, but my computer restarted. I reopened the platform, the TC2000. It was around here, and I saw it this consolidation here in this the 1 minute time frame. This is what we have here, a ascending price channel on the one. Look at it right here, this nice flag formation that we have on the 5 minute time frame. Here you go, pull, flag, and follow through to the downside. But the problem that I encountered there was that the DAS platform was not allowing me to log in. It was giving me an error saying that there was no server to log into or something like that. So I had to download the platform again, reinstall the whole thing, and then when it came right back up, the settings were a little different, so I had to start tweaking. So I missed the whole move down here. Again, it was not such a big deal. It was about, could have taken probably 40 cents or whatever, but moved like 68 cents or something like that under the low of this thing here when it started to break. 33.51 to 33.03. We're talking about 48 cent move, something around there. Again, I could have probably taken 35 to 40 cents, whatever, but very unfortunate I couldn't do that, right? So, but again, anyway, guys, I know that you guys been here now for about 23 minutes with me on this video recording and video recap, and I just wanted to give you a couple of things that I did today and show you how you can use those patterns to recognize entries and try not to get on the wrong spot, because nowadays preparation is everything, and you have to, when all of these things and all of this slowliness in this market. Again, yesterday we had over 4,000% mover, but not every day is the same thing, and you have to be able to recognize the patterns that you can take for your advantage, and at the same time you need to develop that, as I say a lot of times, the character to pick up those trades and things that you know you're good at, that you're gonna be able to profitably or trade in a profitable way, right? Trades that you know that you think that the probabilities are going to be high and that you can actually take the risk and do something with it, not trade for the sake of saying I traded something today. Okay, so I just wanted to bring that over to you, and for now I'm just gonna let you guys go. I just hope that you enjoy the rest of your day, that you stay in green, and that by the time that you see this video, well, that this serves you in any capacity. So for now, See you guys later. Enjoy and happy trading.